Welcome to IARF 5-Minute Focus, discussions with leaders in disability services. My name is Josh Evans. I'm President and CEO at IARF, and we are honored today to be joined by India Alexis Ahioba. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Shore Community Services. India, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for asking me. I'm glad to be here.
So as we do with these, we've got a few questions that we want to ask, intended to highlight, all the great stuff that Shore is doing. And so, India, could you just spend a minute or two telling us about, what is it that Shore Community Services does?
Sure. What we do is provide services to families and individuals with developmental disabilities. We primarily focus on adults. So we provide residential services, day program, therapeutic services, as well as job training, employment services out in the community. We also work with families in their homes, home-based services, and there we also serve children as well. So quite a need. We serve over 300 individuals in some service or another. And we've done that for over 70 years. This is our 70th year.
Congratulations on your 70th year. I didn't know that. So
Yes,
India, you said you guys serve around 300 individuals, I think you
yes.
said. So, I mean, that is a lot that's a lot of adults, a lot of Illinoisans in different parts of the community that Shore serves. Could you maybe pivot a bit and talk to us about, you said, this is what Shore does. Why is what Shore does, important to healthy communities that you guys provide services in?
A couple things. One, everyone wants to be able to do something in their community and be a part of it, regardless of their level of disability, whether it's developmental, physical, or any combination of that. And so those are the kinds of things that help us to feel a sense of community and to feel human. And we want to provide that. And we want to give the resources and the training and whatever those things it takes. And when everyone can be a part of their community, it makes the community stronger. And we were founded on that principle, and we're still doing that now. And anything that we can do to get everyone a part of a community is going to make that community better. It's going to make the state better. It's going to make the country better. It's going to make the world better.
I couldn't agree more. I think that is such an incredible way of putting what amazing work that Shore does and similar organizations do in terms of helping essentially everybody realize the American dream in their own way and to the best of their abilities and the best of their desires. And I think it's a great way to put it. So as you know, our Illinois General Assembly is meeting in session now and will be at least through the end of May. And by the end of May, they need to pass a state fiscal year 22 budget. And organizations like Shore and similar ones across the state, they work with the Department of Human Services to provide these community-based services and are paid to do so. Can you talk a little bit about what the General Assembly needs to do to help advance the mission and the services that Shore provides?
First, I want to say overall, we've had some wonderful support by our legislators, and they have been very understanding of what we do and our value in the community. And we want them, of course, bring that into their to their vote and with their peers as well. But really, from what I can tell, most of our legislators work in the community, in whatever profession that they do in their full-time job. And we just ask that they bring that sense of business, of what's fair, what makes sense when you develop contracts, that we're in a contract with the state. They're not necessarily giving us anything. We're in a contract where we're providing a service for a fee. And that's a basic concept in business. Even if it's where you're going to buy a hamburger, you're paying for something that you're getting in return, and it should be a fair exchange. And that's what we're asking for. We're not asking for something that's more than that. but something that is fair and something that would make sense to them in their businesses, in their communities, and what they do. And we want them to take that same approach because we take what we do very seriously. We go above and beyond. I look at all my peers, I see them doing that all the time. Yet we have contracts and compensation that's not fair under anyone's standard of what a fair contract is and fair compensation is. So that's what we want them to look at, and not look at it as that it's giving money. And if they haven't gone and actually visited a couple of organizations like SHORE or any of my peers, there's some wonderful organizations in the state of Illinois, and some incredible people running them I admire so much. They need to go out and actually see what we do with what we have. And they would really be amazed and come back, and they absolutely would want to increase our rates, study them, and make sure that what they're doing is fair, with bringing in experts that are going to look at this from a neutral standpoint and come up with what's true and fair. And when it's true and fair for us, it's going to be true and fair for them. It's going to give back to the communities that they're representing. We have to work together. So
I think that's an incredibly important, succinct, and clear way of putting it. Expectations are what they are in terms of what you and similar organizations do. It is just also having the expectation that you're reimbursed fairly and adequately to continue to do what you do. It's not asking for a handout. It's not sort of fund us, please. It's look, in order for us to do what you need us to do, this is what we need. So that was very well put. India, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always nice to catch up with you. I miss seeing you and your colleagues face to face, and really looking forward to getting together, hopefully by this summer. But thank you so much for joining us for IARF 5-Minute Focus today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
thank you, Josh. It was my pleasure to be here. Thanks so much. Have a great day.